Hello everyone, I want to start off this video by saying I've been wearing this shirt for probably 5-6 days now. I only do wear it for maybe like 2 or 3 hours at night, maybe 4, but yes, I am a disgusting human being. I'm hoping tomorrow I'm going to have the confidence to go downstairs, change the shirt, and put something else on. The other thing I want to say too is, as the title says, I'm building my ultimate army, and this could be different from everybody. There's no set way of who you have to go for, what you have to do, play the game to have fun, but this is what I'm doing inside the game. But if you saw the video from yesterday there, you know I now have Lilith to 20 stars. This is the second 20-star hero on my pay-to-win account, which Kion being one, Lilith being the other. On the free-to-play, we're still at Kion on Babu, and unfortunately, I don't think Babu's gonna be on my ultimate team, but for now, and for a good amount of time, we're gonna use him, we're gonna push on him. I'm just not really a fan of the engraving for him, which would make me think that, hey, this is gonna be a super late game. But glad I got him to 20 stars, and I do think he is a strong hero. Now, I know a lot of people say that Kion falls off late game, but for me, I'm keeping him still on my ultimate team here, along with Lilith. These are two I'm gonna try to go as long as I can. Maybe later on in the game, I'll find that he's just not strong enough to switch him out for somebody else, but right now, Kion is still one of my main users. Keep in mind, at any point inside this game, they can nerf somebody, they can buff somebody, so never rule anybody out. Now, given that I do have Kion at 20 stars and don't really need to purchase any more of them from the B shop, yes, I could go and purchase them and go and use it for farming star shards, but that's not how I want to play the game. And as I've said before, we're now investing that into Carmen. Do I see Carmen on my ultimate team? She's strong, she is going to be useful in some portions, but it's not going to be like my main chapter pusher. Yeah, I'll cycle her in as we get there, but still not set on my team. Now, as far as the arena shop, we got Lilith. We don't need to buy any more of her, and definitely not going to use 2,000 arena tokens to farm the shards. I think Almond is the best choice on this one here. Yes, we are pushing on Selena, but Almond is pretty much the best healer when it comes to dealing with DOT style heroes. So that's going to be your Sol, your Carmen, your Benzo, and even some bleed, I guess you could say, from somebody like Ken and a couple other heroes. So that's where my tokens are going to be going to in the meantime. We'll see if we get Almond up to 20 stars. Should go pretty fast because it is just a regular hero, and being I only need 1,200 versus 2,000, life's going to be a lot simpler. But we do have our Selena at 13 stars. That is going to be the third hero that I'm going to be putting on my ultimate team there. On top of using Almond, switching back and forth between him and Selena, that's kind of my game plan. Selena is kind of hard to get. I mean, even though we do have her at 13 stars, we're going to grab her when we see her there, especially from the advanced arena. The revives is the main thing that I really like about her. Not to mention, removing some of the debuffs that heroes have too is a great way to go. But when it comes down to it, I honestly do like how Almond heals better with the whole adjacent, the healing over time, but the revives, I just can't beat it at all. It just makes Selena so OP. The fourth hero, and you probably know it just by seeing it on both my accounts, is going to be Lulu. I know a lot of people say don't go and upgrade her past 11 stars. I'm pushing her up to 20 on both my free-to-play and pay-to-win, although pretty much this video is discussing about my pay-to-win options. Just let you know, I love Lulu so much, we're pushing it all the way to 20 stars on both the accounts. And if you haven't had the chance to throw a Might of Despair on her for your Divine Rune, it absolutely wrecks, and it's something that if you can find some sort of rune that maybe you're not going to throw on an onslaught for a hero, you can see here it's a Rune of Fatality, which is a crit. I can always just build the substats, but as I said, the big thing being in there is going to be that Might of Despair. So Lulu, absolutely in love with this hero and the effects of adding those attack debuffs, sometimes 2 of them there to all my other heroes, it absolutely wrecks. Now, when it comes to the fifth hero, obviously we've been using Olga because for a while there, it was easy to just keep on upgrading her, and now that we have the shop rotation, it can make it a little bit more difficult, but still pretty easy to get Olgas. The thing I'm finding though is Olga's just not holding up compared to how well some of the other heroes are holding up. And where I am still going to push her to 20 stars in the meantime just to see how she handles it and how well she does, there are a couple other heroes that I like to put in place of Olga. Now, I've always been one to use 2 strength class, 2 intelligence class, and 1 agility, and obviously swap 1 out as needed, but that's usually my main way to go. 2 strength, 2 intelligence, 1 agility. And where we are going to just keep on pumping in Rochelle and use Rochelle a lot in the meantime, my main goal and end goal is going to be Zagrako. Now, I know a lot of people might not agree with this, and Greco was one of those heroes that seemed very annoying at the beginning of the game because they just kept on reviving, but that's still the case in late game too, and especially the engraving of getting all the extra buffs inside the game, especially up to reviving 3 times. It's a huge bonus into the hero himself, and on top of it too, it's annoying, and it's also a great thing to kind of go and you're down to a little bit of health, all of a sudden Zeg pops back up, tanks the hit, and your damage dealer gets the hit out. Given that though Zeg is a little bit more difficult to come across, and if I am saving my advanced arena tokens up for Selena, this means I'm only gonna be able to really grab it from events. The other one that's kind of catching my eye though is going to be Zeke with that whole counterattack. I really love the idea of Zeke's skill set inside the game, but given we're only at 8 stars right now and it is going to take a little bit to get there, that's kind of my plan. Bump as much as I can into Rochelle, try to plan for the long game for Zeg, and if I get enough Zekes, we'll see how it works out in throwing them in. But that's kind of my plan for the pay to win one, going in with Kion, Lilith, Lulu, either Almond and Selena, or Rochelle and Zeg. Now, as far as the free-to-play one, we're just going to kind of troop it out and see where it goes. Still pumping into Lilith, that's a strong one. Still pumping into Lulu, that's a strong one. We got our Kion at 20 stars, so that's where we're kind of just going and seeing how well Babu's going to do for us. And then obviously we have the 5th one. And where I might go and push into Selena or Almond, put one of those ones in, I find myself a lot of times not even going in with a healer, relying on the lifesteal and just going in with Benzel, because if you're a Benzel user and you have a Benzel at high stars, you know how much it wrecks. And I think we might be at like 13 stars over on the free-to-play one. So that's the main goal on that, is I'd probably go and actually push more on my Benzel than I would any other lighter dark hero once we get Lilith out of the way. So those are my plans for what I'm doing for my ultimate army. Really curious to know what you guys are doing for yours. Let me know in the comments below. If you didn't see the monster of the Lilith that I created with all the mythic gear, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.